Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. I got didn't have that on mute, but first thing I guess, tying some sabiki. So I was trying to figure out like basically a streamer pattern, and got these. That one is drying still. Looked nice in the water. I've been tomorrow's bulk pickup in my day. Back in my day, tomorrow is bulk pickup. Are you okay? Tomorrow's bulk pickup in my area, and I have a few more stuff in the back to lug up front. But one of the grills, the bottom part, I just need to find like a screwdriver, I guess. I think I want to bury that in the sand because I could just burn stuff in it, and I'll feel a little bit more contained. But anywho's, yeah, thinking these will be ideal. Oops. The essentially Black Ghost Marabou, and by Paul Stimpson, and it's from the Fly Tying Encyclopedia, and I don't know, I'm gonna sit here and describe it. Zoom. Oh. There she blow. I haven't put any eyes on them yet, but I'm making them quite small. Hey, crazy. Got an eBay lot like 4 or 5 in the morning, but it's 20 something, 26 bucks or something, and wow. I just wow, nice. I like the lots a lot. Like if I'm needing something specific, hey, that's a nice one. If I need something specific, I'll go to a specific place. But if I'm just like, you know, just sad and filling voids, eBay lots all the way. Holy trucks. Look how thick this is. That is the fluffiest marabou feather I've ever seen. You like crapper and stuff? Go check out Jason. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check out them because chartreuse is one, and yellow that I really want. Or just like lime. But this is what I love. And same thing when I was thinking, hey, it's like they're like Danville's spools. But same thing when I just did like basic crafting, any arts and crafts really, especially jewelry making and beads. Beads is an entire scam. Like, I won't get on any tangents, but Michael's like good for tackle, but horrible for wearing or like making outdoor stuff. But anyway, I like getting the lots because there'll be a bunch of random stuff, and sometimes people's projects, like unfinished projects. But these little, I love this so much more. Really nice. Can't tell, but the corners have a place for that exact size. Tackle feather. Nice green. Yeah, man. This is like pure joy. I was getting a little burnt out today. Mail doesn't come until like 5, 6. And it came like 20 minutes ago. Oh, the phone here. Whoa, the lights are. I did not. I'm trying to redo my sleep schedule, so I woke up at before 4, but successfully woke up early in the morning. Just really early. Wanna great soul, watercolor, blue, black. Hey, I'll do that right now. Should make a like chartreuse in the belly and blue in the center. Man, it's worse than jewelry making because like anytime I move, I hear something fall, but in this case, it's a little sharper than just wires, hooks. Oh yeah. These aren't pens, these are razors and glue pens. A few other things, like there's a sauna thing outside, but it's full of like fittings and stuff. The back of the section of the bird. Yeah, I really need to. I have a notebook going that's kind of like cheat sheets too, because even writing down something once, it just like solidifies it in my memory a lot more. Bonus points for having a spot to reference back to it if you write it all in one place. But the feathers is one, especially for like deceiver tails, because there's a lot of feather types and like within the same bird, and through time like get familiar with a lot of this stuff, but I really want to like write down like a really concise list. Let's see, might as well make crazy mod bienvenue. So black. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, chartreuse. Blue, bad. Okay. You know something messed up? I didn't start really learning how to try to. My friend and I used to like use Morse code texting for fun, and I wanted to learn it for real. But it's like a dead language, which. And then same thing with paper charts. They're I forget not retired. There's another word for them, but just thought of that. What is that? Orange peacock girl. Hey. See, this is what I mean. Like, it's like a sample like pack, lots. What? I never did see. I ran into. I don't have a local fly shop near me, and so I haven't been one in person, and I can see a little bit like online, but friggin' so many types of materials. Nice. Sweet. I did get one more lot. They made an offer. If you go on eBay a lot, I'm sure you already know them, but if there's something you're interested in, like it first, because they might send you an offer. these good for dry hackle. Well, that is about the best I got right now. But yeah, I found some dry hackle feathers because I'm rotten at choosing them. And dry hackle feathers, holy trucks. Ooh. Nice. And I have zero familiarity with the dry flies other than the few that I tied and when that canal was right up front. Trying to figure out how to like. I don't know why they're packaged so like, I don't know. Got some CIA feathers or something. I don't know why. I'm watching too much news. Not today or last night though. Watched how to use this. I'm about to tie another one of those things. I'll do the blue and chartreuse. That sounds nice. What'd you do with silver or gold? Do dig the silver because sabiki like I primarily use on at the pier because and I want to catch sand perch on it. So maybe not the pier. Maybe it'll be boat docks. Oh, evening Vivo. Or good afternoon. I am still sweating but also freezing because the AC is really effective now. Hey, Ron. Yeah, I'm really excited for the dry flies because like these, they look like dry flies to me because I've never seen. I have some small hackle. I have one hackle feather that came with one that's super dense and really nice, but just one. And the ones that came in that hairline kit forever ago, which I still haven't touched. I don't know why. They're freaking glorious, that's why. And that's the longest feather I've ever seen in my life, so I'll get another pack and touch those ones. But yeah, 20 something bucks. It's $28, I think, after taxes and everything. And it's quite a lot of stuff. And as far as I can tell, real good quality. And there's loads of lots. It's just fly tying lot. Hell yeah. Got some red hackle feathers. Because that is probably what I'll use the most of. Yeah! Sorry. Man, sweet. I just saw a really nice pattern for a green shrimp with green foam. I only have tan and purple. And it's like green, tan, and orange. I have it saved on the computer. Hell yeah. Like a dark olive. Man, I still got some color variation. Hey. Let me probably use this now. Yeah. Getting really back into dubbing again, because I gotta get better at it. Same thing with pheasant tail. I can't really figure out which part to pull from. Let me zoom in on in here. I didn't sleep very much. I think a few hours. wax. Hey Victoria! Crazy, happy trails. Wait. So, I think maybe today or tomorrow, getting some crinolines since lost all my plants. But the like 1 foot cutting out back is, gosh, like 10 feet. And I miss the blooming every single time. But it's, my neighbor called it southern hibiscus. Trying to get it. Oh, this light will be the end of me, I tell you what. It just does not like to focus on. Oop. Okay, my mom must have turned the AC off. Alright, so blue belly and shark, or no, blue back, chartreuse belly. What should the tail be? Into yellow. And the proportions are still really wonky. Figure it out though. Each set has slightly different proportions. Tying them in pairs. And then rigging them with 2 loop knots. And then split shot beneath. Because then if it gets caught, I could just like pull it aggressively. I do have that drop shot, but I have a ton of split shot and just like a few drop shots, so I might as well use split shot. See, I'm not sure, like, can I just tear it off to about here so it's thicker rather than adding more? I'll like comb it out after to like try to fluff it out. Which in the water, like it comes right alive, so I also have to move some cinder blocks, like a big old pile of them, quite alright, and going to put the 2 cement planters in the back for potatoes and tomatoes, which I'm gonna throw the potatoes in, the tomatoes, and just gonna wait, but if compost tomatoes want to grow, more than welcome. But really want to get the backyard going too. Starting multiple areas at once, just like chaotic, but that way the whole house slowly gets back to normal. been like just doing a lot, so I haven't even had time to sit back there anyways, but got the carport outage. I'm still like on cloud 9 over that. It was so rusty and precarious. And gonna grab the fire pit thing from the garage, but I have to wait until I get some hedge plants and find something to use as a makeshift gate, because I don't live in the hood necessarily, but you know, we coexist. That's a beautiful thing. However, I mean, if people go right to your backyard, just grab whatever. I had a 3-wheel bike. I was gonna try to sell some plants and like jewelry, because this was a little before I started tying, as when I got back into fishing, but I didn't get into tying yet. I locked it up. And my parents are here 24/7, like especially at that point, because like health reasons and stuff. So they just used a bolt cutter. They just like cut it right off. Like no time at all. So I'm doing a ridiculous amount of small things in between too. Like out there, I'm working on a canal bike. If you know what that is, it's just a bike that's kitted out for fishing. A road bike and kind of, I guess, a regular bike. Road bike will be for faraway places. Ooh, lemons. Yeah, Mike, I'm from pineapples. I used to grow a lot of stuff, and then I moved out west, and then grew a ton of stuff, and then lost it all multiple times. So took a wee break from growing anything. But now that I had to move back home with my mom, which I say had to because there was no choice, but I also wouldn't have chosen any other, so I guess I don't know. Anyway, I starting to think about, like, I want to get some moringa, mulberry. I already have chaya, a Florida peach, which really needs food, real bad. It's one hungry tree. Oh, it better still be alive. I haven't even really. Party in the USA. It's a party for everyone, every day. I have to wrap this loose because I'm painting over it anyway. Or with but pulling it too tight, the holographic kind of disappears. And it's really just for some speckles. And so it could look like a little traditional streamer. But I will probably start doing a all silver that. Yeah, pulling it too hard to where it like stretches a little bit, which I usually find quite satisfying. It like goes matte almost, but this is just really thin flash of you anyways. Hello, Katerina and Aaron. Make glue bottles round. I wonder if there's any protests near me. That is a cause that affects me every single day. What the hell? Why such a knock-overable shape? Like maybe like hard plastic on the bottom so the weight kind of keeps it from. I do need to find some foam. Let's see. Ooh, olive rabbit dubbing. I'm also saving up. I say saving up because like, man, I am in a totally new reality now, and there's like a lot of stuff I want to do, and there's a few things that like I was just like really held up by. I couldn't really focus without, like I couldn't find an apartment, so I was in between two places, or like and like in a room that I was being renovated, so back here able to like really just unpack and like mentally unload a bit, so a lot more able to focus, or starting to be able to. Hey. Yeah! Shoot, they're all ate up. Should I put this stuff in the freezer? How do you keep this happening from feathers? I'm deathly afraid of it. Like I see no dust. Okay. Let me get a blue fabric. I like dark blue. Next time I don't finish using feathers, I just throw them in here. That's good for when indecisive. Just grab the random bag. Really nice dubbing. I hope the fibers are long, because that is ideal. That yellow gold. Shite. I need Because this one I want to tie a little less sparse than the others. Mm-mm. Well, real quick, I want to see this. When I put some of that holographic silver on. Oh. Well, not like long, but really, really nice. That's like ideal Florida freshwater color. Brass. And some sparkle blend hairs here. Wow. So is this synthetic hairs here? For dry. Yeah, I got those little packets that I need. I need to tie some dries. I don't even care if I could fish them anywhere. Wow, that's nice. Flank. Ah, ha, ha. Slowly building up some colors of hair for some salties. Nice. Supreme hair. Stoked on that. And this is the stuff. It was on sale for like $1 something. And it's super, super fine. I'm sure other brands have this too, which I'd like to know, because this is the kind of stuff I feel like I'll use a ton of. Any holographic, anything really. Ooh. And like a lot of times in these lots, because there's so many materials out there, it's like a good way to sample things, and then I order more of that thing, which I'm still trying to find the right Estes holographic. Scissors. There was zero strategy to that. It's hard to use self-control on that tinsel though, it's really nice. Hi, Sparky. Wally, afternoon. Slowly trying to fix my sleep schedule. So, I wish I could be like getting up at 4 or 5. I mean, I'll take 6, but ideally I'd be out the door at 6. Because, I mean, early morning on weekends, that's, you know, yard sales, flea markets. And the early morning on the weekday, beach. Oh, I just accidentally right now made the best scrambled eggs I've ever made. So I'm like actively trying to get better at pretty much everything. And some stuff I just really can't do well. I mean, I can make chicken thighs all day. I'm not ashamed of this. I am ashamed of this, honestly. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of meat products that I'm unfortunately not the best preparing. Like cooking, things that have to be, you know, certain temperature, and if it like goes a second over, it's tough. Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough. It won't be undercooked though, and that's something I always wanted to. It's just really hard to practice. So, like, practice like cooking steak, for instance, because you have to have, I guess, ample steak to practice with. Shoot, I messed that one up. Let me try. Let me grab another one. I'm like, unfortunately, I do live in the Ciguataria area, which I guess for the most part it's heavier in the Keys, but it's just warm tropical waters where there's a lot of reef, this algae, and it gets more, it goes up the food chain, so it gets more like potent and larger predatory fish. The silver stuff is ugly right now, but when it's in water, it's not. Mm-mm. Yes, I'll do that after. Oh. Oh. Let's hold my breath for a second. Chartreuse. Oh, I can't forget to bail the canoe out. How? And try to. Oh, I found a lock. I gotta break the lock off of the garage. Which thankfully I only locked one last time. There's two, which to the other one it would have been a pain, but and then I haven't got to the trailer yet, but geez, I just had to finally force myself to get started because watching the news was not doing anything. It did give me inspiration to get back going though. Like when Gonzalo Lira was talking about the US, like the dollar being decentralized, or whatever the wording is, please do excuse my ignorance. That's when I started like growing food again, so. Mm-hmm. Ooh. I might run out there real quick. It was really sad. Yesterday would have been my parents' 25th wedding anniversary. I'll just use a needle for that after. Mm. Oh. I had eyes on. Let that dry here for the split. Oh, yeah, nice. Well, some more dubbing, but this is what I was saying. Whee! That'll be for some anything, but I was trying to think of a way to make some shrimp wrap, I guess. Kind of like a mossy intercoastal shrimp. Oh man, I'm so stoked. Why do these have bait catchers? Are these offset also? I might just throw these in the tackle box, honestly. Yeah. This is why I got it. And from the picture, I couldn't tell if it was small or not. Nice. Nice. $28. Oh my god. Oh, I feel so sick. I just have these tiny little patches, and I'm not sure what size this is or anything yet. I've just been really dying to tie some dries, and dry fly feathers are very expensive. And I saw this, and I saw, like, next to it, like, for instance, recognizable things, like a pack of eagle claw hooks. You know what size that is. Like, hey, that might be decent. 'Tis. Wow, I should have a, be totally honest. I might need one more patch. Temporarily. Temporarily. That would be the coolest shirt possible. In my humble opinion. Or from like my, yeah. Okay, so got some hooks. Nice size. Yeah. Yeah. Nice size. And assortment. I never know what I'm talking. Oh! These offset. Some snatch. I'm just gonna have to learn how to tie on offset. Or just flatten them. But nice size. So freaking sick of paying like $4 or $5 for one pack of hooks. But at Walmart, at least it's like $2, $1.91. There's zero bulk. Like I'm legit trying to get an LLC so I can just get like wholesale stuff. Like that's how dire it's. Very nice. How do I straighten these though? I have so many feathers that I just put aside for now, but I don't want to do that either. I just want to learn how to straighten them. I have a few types of steamers. Sweet, nice. Got some beads. Right freaking. Hey! Oh, man. It's, I got some brown. And if I can find some that are the same size, I can finally tie a Adam's flower. Which is one of the most popular things I have here. Every single list like I run into or a little pamphlet, and there's loads of like variations of everything, but that it's just like the name and like the brown and the grizzly and like how often you just run into the dang thing. I always wanted to tie me one. I don't know where I would fish it here. I guess just freshwater in general, but all my hackle feathers are really long and very sparse. Like extremely sparse. God, I love eBay lots with every fiber. Got some chartreuse. Doing a really shy job at it. I don't know, I feel like I had to do or get it out of the box though because it was pouring out there when it got delivered. I wonder what they used, what pattern. Too cool. Got some hackle, some little wee bunches. Got some chartreuse, which I'm actually very thankful for. This Kismet. Also, that's another thing. The lots, like I just pick out one that at least has something that I'm like, all right, like I need that. If I need that or like want that one item and I would pay that amount for that one item at like a shop, it's like, and a lot of stuff that ends up being super Kismet, like even down to this. I could definitely shove one of those rattlers in this, which all the other cord that I have is just not the right cord or too thin. I'm not sure what feathers are in this bag, and I'm like afraid. God, I'm so stoked. And some really nice black, which, if all goes well, like, probably be doing mostly night fishing during the summertime. God, man. I wish I could make that human, like, some jam or whatever they want or whatever. Because this feels like Christmas. You little feather. And then the dry hackle feathers are like maybe like 20 per bag, and each bag is marked with the size 16, 18, and it was the size ranges of dry flies that I wanted to tie, and I think that one was 19 bucks. And then I tapped out. I said no more. There's lots though. And the reason why I got this one was that grizzly. Alright, let me tie another one of these. And this is for sabiki. That's why they're super, super simple and sparse. Oh. Oh man, I'm just like over the moon. I've never been able to afford that. Like even when I get like a $15, $20 lot, it'll be a bunch of like one thing, like 10, 15 packets of rubber legs. And there's a lot of color variation in this area, and I really want to have kind of like for instance, I didn't finish Assassin's Creed Oranges, but I did unlock the entire map, and then I kind of got bored after that. But I don't know why. I like unlocking the map first and then just wandering around afterwards, like seeing all this stuff. And that's the only game like that I played, and it was because is in so many Egyptology documentaries. And then one day I noticed like a weird movement. I'm like, holy shit, that's gameplay. Because there is like a walk around, like Egypt tour. Hey, Victoria, much appreciated. Yeah, Sabiki, I'll have like 4 to 6, 4 to 8 hooks on it. I'm not too sure. There's a lot of like rigs like that. And hey, rain time, man, I really appreciate that. Please never hesitate. I can always try my hand at tying anything, anyways. I'll be able to tie everything, but I can try to tie. I want to find more streamer patterns. The dial bog, I'm not sure if that's considered a streamer, but I tied a bunch of them in the beginning, but like not sparse at all, like way too much material in the backs and throat. But they're like little bait fish. And sabiki, I guess the attractor portions of the attracting like bits that are the hooks are dressed in, it's just kind of like flashy tassels. Sometimes they're shrimps, and sometimes it's just like a folded piece of fishkin, which I'm not too sure what that is. I wish I could get that. I mean, I'm sure I can, I just don't really remember. Do chartreuse and chartreuse. Is that enough? Or is it, like, for once I don't think it's too much, but and then the next set I'll do silver tinsel. I feel like it'll be a little quicker maybe. I don't have any holographic tinsel and silver that's thicker than that, like flashy boob. And it just doesn't come through, but might as well make this pair match. How's your day going, Rain Time? Yeah. I have some really heavy things, so buddy down the street that's doing construction is coming by with people to move it. 'Cause I can't lift a piano, unfortunately. I moved it to one side of the house to the other, but I trapped myself in the bathroom yesterday trying to move a couch. I had to wake up my mom. I texted my friend to see if he was driving around, but then I realized how ridiculous. So I just called out for assistance. It fit like a glove in the hallway. Hey, Tony. Loves it. I was always afraid of like cats obviously, but like just animals in general, especially when I used to use a lot of freezer shrimp. I just don't know if that's too sparse. It's one that I get like decent at, like, or self-reliant, not self-reliant, but like self-sufficient in tying or what have you, like make my own decisions like based off of like my own location and that kind of like stuff that practice and experience ends up. But I swear, as soon as that day comes, I'm gonna see like local fly tying clubs everywhere. Oh, blue. Shoot, I should have done the tail blue. Man, I'm telling you though, I'm on cloud 9 with these supplies. This is dirt cheap. And I really don't know how to pick out feathers. Especially like for dry flies or anything like specific. I really want to see the stuff in person. Like different grades of feathers, sizes. Mm, blue. Different. Gotta make sure not to push the flash to one side or the other. Did that a little bit on the last one. Electric guitar. The news. Let's see. Hey Vivo, I really appreciate that. I gotta get like some form of, I don't know, like whatever happened to those Google Glass things? I feel like that would be pretty prime to not, or to be able to like read comments looking down. May or may not be a hair nearsighted, just a bit. Early trucks. Not sure if you're still here, Raymond, but afternoon. Really trying to get back on proper sleep schedule. Well, not proper, just like more productive for this area. Can't really do much at night. And, but pretty sweet that the 25th, the ban on open carry is lifted here in Florida, which we already had permitless carry, but people's outfits are about to go hard. Finally dressed like Tomb Raider. When I was a kid, I always thought it would be sweet to have a right and a left hand, but look at this, yikes, I can't even cast like a reel with both hands, so. Alright, I'm also not the most mentally awake during the day. I am unfortunately a night owl through and through. But nothing's open 24 hours anymore anyways. And I'd rather be like out and about when the sun's rising. I'm like getting up ready to see sunrise and sunset. And usually the sun's been up by the time I get up. To be fair, it goes to sleep around 7 or 8. Sometimes earlier, sometimes later. Time just disappears. But dang it, there are a lot of really interesting videos on the internet, so not complaining. Beep. And these will both be attached with loop knots. I wish I could show you, but I don't think I have any. I think they're at the other place. This is Subiki. much simpler than this, but also like shrimp. And I really want to make the shrimp one for your sand perch. Just tie shrimp flies and just attach them the way it is. That's pretty much the most basic one I know of. But see how like streamers would be ideal. And pompano rigs would be cool because I was realizing that I could probably just use or spin deer hair and make those big orange attention grabbing balls. They're like supposed to be sand fleas or something. Gotta pick this desk up real quick. So trying to see what I could do to make the lighting a little better. Ow. And open carry indeed. The sketchy spots are both feel a lot less sketchy or a lot more sketchy, who knows. But I got a buddy that's gonna help me clean my rifle, which is my grandpa's, but as my mom said, well, it's yours now. Just like holding this old, I haven't seen it in so long, and very like classic. I know it's gonna be loud, but like cheap, like probably not the most expensive thing, but that'll be nice. And because that opens up Corbett, and like when I talk about like I'm a pretty dang kept to myself person. A lot of this stuff like I think of like more so for animals, and like Corbett is a hunting preserve, tons of wild boar, tons of gator, snakes of all kinds, and it was just feel a lot nicer camping there or planning to camp there if, like was also prepared in that way too. And the stocked like fishing areas are at the I feel like what I don't understand why my arms look like that. So I got this. I swear to God, I hate like having arms that look like they're gonna break. Anyways. It's quite a good thing, I'll be honest. Found it in here. I remember using it as a kid. Because it really is important to work your wrists out because, like, if you ever felt you catch yourself with your hands, like, if you ever had to punch someone, like, you want to be able to punch more than once. So, yeah. But if someone goes to punch you and you have really strong fists, I've never used this advice, but it's advice from my dad. Punch their fists. Granted, he had sausage fingers. He had really meaty hands, so I'm sure he was fine. But yeah, it's like you just punch their fist. Yeah. Like meeting my dad for more than 2 minutes is non-stop fighting advice. Hand-to-hand combat too, like not. Well, anyways, I maybe. Now I want to tie a bunch of these, but I keep looking at these feathers over here. Let me just put some of this stuff away, or else it gets a little buried. So every few minutes unless I'm streaming, but I'm just gonna put everything away every 2 seconds. I'm trying to be OCD with these materials because I feel like as soon as I stop, is when like some bug is gonna make its home like in a corner of a bin and eat feathers or eat fur. So I try to like, I'm trying to keep it very, very condensed, but also very organized, like, and accessible, so it's not a pain. And nothing in piles. Like I don't want to have to unstack things to get to the others. So I've been looking for those tool boxes that could stack, because the drawers are really shallow, ideal, but you could also stack them. Like you could stack them a mile high and they're not going to collapse. Hunting season soon, right on. Do you hunt for a deer? Dying to try the boar out here. I never really see anyone with that. Can you make liverwurst with wild boar? That sounds like a gnarly process, but boy, would that be worth it. My dad and his friend, absolutely wasted, decided to make pate. My dad's friend was French. Surfer John. He lives in California now. Holy hell. They had to go to multiple places because Publix ruined everything. And to find different livers and bits. And it wasn't bad. It was just the texture. It was like more like meatloaf. I'll be real. Instead of like a pate. But I've never really had a real pate, to be totally honest. I've had liverwurst. And like potted meat in hurricane season. Real quick, let me just grab some more coffee. My. Let me see, what the hell did I even say? I don't want to have to unstack I didn't realize my mic is right there. I was trying to. I'm telling y'all, like during the day I'm less awake during the middle of the night, but may or may not have forgot what I was saying. Let me grab some coffee really quick. Check the sky. Everybody poo. Everybody say poo. Everybody poo. It's all stinkers. Joe Stonker, right on. Right on, Joe Stonker. If anybody has any pattern streamers or shrimps and steamers, mulberry and moringa. Oh, I also got this. So I'm trying to figure out what bit this is from also. And see, this is like much larger than that. I'm on the quest for dry flies, but see, if the stuff comes wrong, like I make sure that I try to find stuff like for really next to nothing. Like it would almost be silly to pass it up because I can always use it for something else. And same, especially with grizzly hackle feathers, can use that down any bait fish. And so nothing will ever go to waste, or I could pass it along. And yeah, but breathe. I kind of thought that this lot today was going to be the exact same size essentially, but it's not. It looks like a good time. I'm really, 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 really dying to tie some dries on. I bounce around a lot, unfortunately. But they're so nice. I'll pull up, oops, I'll pull up the other ones when I get back, so you can see. Just totally different. Made them work, and yeah, but they were like they were wet dry flies, like shop vacs, wet dry. That was them. Swimming mosquitoes. Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. Sorry about that. Trying to come up with some healthier recipes and things that, for instance, like whole chicken. You have whole chicken the first night, some rice, black beans, and sweet potatoes. For some reason, that combination is like fuel from the heavens. And also, the next day you have what the hell? What'd you have the next day? Oh, chicken salad. Or cut it up and like cook it down with corn and like peppers. You can do all that. And been using a lot more vinegar, and like one way of doing that, I've been using like jarred stuff, like pickled stuff. And anything in vinegar. It didn't feel right at first, but it really does, like, in the heat, nausea instantly disappears, and it's just a matter of knowing how to cook with it, and I just never knew how to cook with it. And you just really just throw some in there. Alright, so I haven't slept properly in a matter of a very long time, but I'm going to zoom on out because I'm getting a little too relaxed and I have to move a bunch of stuff outside. So, whew, and it is hot, but that's alright because I need to get some sun energy, and it's just very important to do overall for everyone. And so I just throw a bathing suit on because it's still really hot out, and so like multi-purpose there a little bit, becomes solar panel, and yeah. Anyways, I also have the EP brushes. I'm gonna be tying a bunch of bait fish for a friend as a gift. So also trying to find a hairstylist locally. And all the because these are freshies, these are uncut, like marabou feathers, the long ones, and these are the short ones in there. But I have this for feathers I don't finish using. If there's certain size, like long ones, I have a drawer for. But these hackles are for like woolly buggers and for hackle. Like there's some good ones in here for some larger dry flies. But like that one is in here somewhere. No, that's not it. Anyways. It's in here somewhere. It's so furry. It's really dense. But, and here's like from strong hackle, a lot of schlappany feathers. I don't know if that's the proper way. Just like really webby, like super webby ones out of strong hackle. I throw them all in here. I'll make a really fatty bait fish one day. A bunch of them. Excuse me. And like wet hackle. And then here is all the bits of the marabou. So I'll have to, if I just need some from the side, that's kind of ate up. But yeah, I want to get more of these for this reason, for scraps. But, alright, y'all. gonna go move the grills out front and then move whatever I can. Just doing it little by little because I'm not too sure what is useful for what yet and what I could use to make what. And there's pretty much a little salvage yard back there. There's like scrap metal and all kinds of stuff, shutters, but measured those out and they fit. And those are just like back alley shutters, illegally dumped shutters, so score. And they're from the 60s, so it's pretty era. Hair's slipping. Anyway, but it's pretty dead on for the era. And what else? Excuse me. I have to get the piano out of here too. That might have to wait. I'm selling a industrial snake if anybody is a plumber or knows one in Palm Beach County. It's on wheels. It's or if somebody lives in a 2-story house, it's an industrial snake. I think out of most of the tools, like just organizing and keeping, like I never understood that when someone's loved one passed and like they get rid of their stuff, but it's like, why would you get rid of tools? Like all that is used to maintain this place and to build stuff. And anytime I needed a specific tool, I just come here and use it because there's like anything. Just like, regular stuff. And I always lived in tiny apartments. And the snake, though, I don't foresee having a use for. I have a few snakes, the like hand wind ones, and I'm not too sure what to list it for. But it has to be local pickup, obviously. It's freaking huge. But there's that, and there is like a floor buffer, like for office building or something, to clean and buff floors. There's a few other things like like an industrial carpet cleaner too. I have no need for that also. It's linoleum and wood here, so well, I was gonna try a pressure cleaning a long time ago, and my dad actually got the pressure cleaning like trailer and tank, and it's still back there, but yeah, never went for it. And it's huge. I wish there was a way to like cut it and make that like a live bait well, because then you could drive it around. But I'm sure it's still usable for it. That's another thing that I have to figure out what to do with, because I don't think I'll be making a pressure cleaning business, even though that is pretty ideal. That's a solid one. Hey, Wendy. Much appreciated there, Jason. Yeah, I'm fried too. I'm just want to get the back done and this one room done, so there'll be like one guest spot. The back garage is still completely full. I haven't really unpacked it all, and a lot of the furniture I cannot move. And I got locked in the freaking bathroom with a couch in it. I should have taken the legs off, because that would have been ideal. It's a nice couch. It's small, but I can't get into the room, and I can't get it anywhere else. But it has a bed that falls out, so it would be ideal in there. It's just the doors were just way too narrow. And trying to like get every individual object I'm trying to organize, like down to nuts and bolts, and trying to do that, like it gets piles and piles and piles, but after a while all the piles will dissipate and you'll have like a perfectly organized space. It just gets worse before it gets better. And I almost have the pool table cleared, and then when that's cleared I can move all the furniture out, and then I found some siding that I'm going to just tack some L brackets up and use for makeshift shelves for, like, I got a bunch of my dad's steins, Budweiser steins, so I'd like to keep those nice. And my great-grandpa's up there. It's like from the Palm Beach County something. I don't remember what I did. Oh, they're way back there. Oh, well, they're very nice. I just have to bring the Christmas stuff like up and down at the same time. And change, because like I was sweating buckets out there, but it's so nice. I don't mind sweating. Unfortunately, I'd rather sweat than freeze. I know you can put more clothes on. I don't want to do that. I want to wear a scrap of fabric with a bone pin. That's It's very hot here, but I don't mind that. The water's perfect. I have been looking at North Florida though recently, even just to take a train up. The Ciguatera is a foodborne illness caused by eating, but it disperses like when the state starts going back, when that like easternmost point starts going in again, farther from the warm waters. But man, I just wish I never found out about it, I guess. You don't hear about many cases. I think the last one I could find was in like 2013, but I could be totally wrong. I've just been not searching well. But everything. Like I already knew about barracuda. Like, well, I didn't. I knew you shouldn't eat large ones. I didn't know why, but the larger predatory fish, it gets more condensed when they feed on fish that are feeding on the toxin, which is an algae. I don't know what kind of algae yet. Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. Oh my. Neurological symptoms. Getting vertigo from eating some fish. Holy trucks. Memory lapses. Giddiness and depression. Maybe I have activated charcoal. I want to get activated charcoal. I'm just start on this. I'm making a first aid kit like now. I have it's outside the door. gauze. I don't really like bandages because the adhesive, I just don't like them. They kind of gross me out. The material of it, for some reason, I like just gauze, and then that other type of gauze that you could put on top of that, and like gauze pads, and then the wrap. And that's like one size fits all. You could put that over any size wound or rash or anything, burn, and you don't have to worry about having the right size tampon. You don't have to worry about having the right size bandages. Jesus. But y'all, I'm gonna go and get some sun. I look like I'm freaking vegan. No offense. No offense. No offense. My half sister is vegan for like 30 years, so that's like my wait, never mind. Anyways, I just have to brush my hair or something. But looking like a president, like a 17th century. I just have to get a haircut. I got some resin in my hair and had to cut it out, and it's been kind of eating away at my sanity a bit. It's really hard not to think of fancy hats every single time. But anyway, happy trails, y'all. I'll be on a little bit later. I'm gonna move some stuff, eat some stuff, and yeah. I accidentally made the best scrambled eggs I've ever made. I'm not very good at scrambled eggs. Really good at, if you like runny yolks, professional. Sometimes. If I break one, I get real mad about it, though. So it might not even be worth it. So, yeah, but anyway. I do know it's hot out there. Okay. Alright, let me know if you need anything. My mom's got either a cold or just overall rundown. But yeah. Anyways, happy trail. Love y'all. See y'all very soon for party. Oh, shite. Jason, man. What? Search her if you don't want me asking. My bad. Wally, see you. Medium, heavy rods. Hey, Randy. Flycrafts. Want you very much likewise. Doing pretty dang good. I have my brain so hacked. It's ridiculous. And like, what does programmer say? Something about like simplicity is pretty, or something. Yeah, but so I've also like simplified said brain hack, and the maximum simplification is eBay lots, which is a pretty endless source, and I'm fully healed. I have one more lot coming though. I think it's also some Mets. It's really weird. I've never heard of Mets before. The fly tying materials. It's the sea is as vast as the Pacific, and every day I like run into either a new brand or like a new like manufacturer or supplier, and I've never seen mats before. I really like, though, you can see they stamp the skins, and I don't know why I didn't think about this. I could write on the skins like what they are. I didn't think about that. I saw somebody's picture of their desk, and their furs were stamped. But I am trying to take down because I have to figure out tiling for the room back there, and a sink like configuration. And the kitchen, like wherever the only spot in this like room a kitchen can be, was either going to try to break the wall to make a door, so there's a front and back door, but I personally think it's too small to worry about 2 entrances. It's very small. But I want to make a sink, and then this like corner, and then this in front will be the burner, because that way the burner is next to the window, and then you could open the window, or the sink could be next to the window. But it'll be a L, and because also pretty much essentially trying to rig this room up like a boat or RV. So I'm looking for a lot of the same stuff, and I'm even hanging beds, you know, because there's not a lot of floor room in there. It's very, very small. But I think it's gonna be really sick when I get it done, and the furniture in there is really nice, and the flooring, I'm not too sure. It is just concrete. I might just find like bamboo mats essentially, but that sounds like it's gonna get gross fast. A buddy of mine used this fake grass on the ceiling. Like, I've shown it in the streams a few times when I was over there, but I was even thinking about that. And then it's super like manageable, and that way when it's not being used as a guest room, it could be like a workspace or something. I don't know. I want tile though, because that's the easiest. The only reason why I'm like is cutting it. I don't know how to cut tile, and I don't have a tile cutter. I think that's one thing I definitely don't have. I have like grinders, but I can't even cut glass, so. And so I was looking for tile cutters locally, and I could just like mark the tiles and just bring them down the street. But more and more places like move out because of the rent prices. Like there's a brewery over there. Like no, there should be like a welder or something. I mean, brewery's pretty cool too because like I don't know. I like the big tanks and stuff. I personally don't drink, but I like the big tanks, and the breweries here are quite hip. So they always have murals in the buildings and stuff. I always end up in like a cool old building too. It's like, if you're gonna make a brewery, you have to like make it in an old building, or else it. And then one of my favorite buildings, I have 2 in downtown Lake Worth, but one of my favorite ones, Ice Spice, but no, Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice bought it. Vanilla Ice Spice. Alright. Vanilla Ice Spice girls. Probably about a rare time I would use an AI image generator. But I am not even coherent. But happy trails, y'all. I'm gonna listen to some music and definitely not make aggressive sounds with these feathers, because this opens up a lot of shit, alright? And these, they're another size, which opens up even more. And not like such a striking black, more of like almost a brown. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon about, I'm genuinely, I was mad stoked for the, ew. Sometimes they be a little moist, huh? Oh, that actually smells just like an old book. Like, not even anything else, just an old book. Anyways, happy trails, y'all. Doop. Oh, I wanted to see. Grinder the diamond blade. Well, hope Jason's surgery goes well, but I'll be back later anyway. Love y'all. See y'all soon.